Hey there everyone, I'm Rhoda. So one of the first Beyblades that I got when I started collecting was Maximum Garuda in Beyblade Burst, and it honestly is a design that stuck with me. I really liked it despite it just being a giant circle. So when I found out that there was a plastic generation Beyblade called Trypio that was basically the same thing but 2 times the size, I was very interested in getting one. You know, that's one of the things that I really like about the plastic generation of Beyblade is they really mess around with stupid things that are not very good, but just look cool and have fun. And that's the thing, this one is not very good. Most of the time it's gonna get knocked off balance and it's gonna just end up like, well, like this. Trust me, it did not take a lot of attempts to get those clips. But, like, while watching that, I noticed that sometimes it did manage to overpower and push others around, so I thought maybe I can try and make a combo to take advantage of that fact. Unfortunately, my collection is very small for plastic, so my options for attack is quite limited. And while I technically have one of the better attack bases, which is the base of Seabog, ironically the super defense base, with its tip inverted, my copy was a little fragile. And while it's being repaired, I don't really want to risk damaging it again, so instead I'll be using the Y-Bog base. Specifically with the tip retracted, I don't know if that's like legal or if you're meant to reset the gimmick every time, but that's not my problem. Yeah, as I say, this has got a gimmick where it retracts its tip mid-battle if it takes enough of a beating. But like I say, I'm not going to be taking advantage of that gimmick because I just didn't really want to be resetting it every battle. But I'm going to throw 10 heavy on this, I think it is, and then jump into some first to 5 fights and see how it goes. So the first thing I'm going to be testing against is Voltic Ape, and it is unfortunately a very easy knockout on Trypio there. In the second round, we get a bit more of a fight. We almost get a knockout, but Voltic Ape manages to stay in, and let's see how this goes. I have to slow that one down. That was a Voltic Ape win. And then the third round I think was a poor launch, but I'll keep it in. But then seemingly my launch here is perfect. It was an easy knockout. Not as good a launch, but a knockout nonetheless. Again, not a perfect launch on this one either, but it brought it back up to 3-3 with another knockout. And then a 4th knockout. Again, these are getting some satisfying hits from this, which, I mean, if you saw the little compilation earlier, it's not normal. And that's the 5th point to Trypio. Okay, so the next up is going to be Dranza V2. Now, again, not a perfect launch. I'm not good at the flower pattern here. You can see from how the camera tilted that I was not used to the setup here. I did accidentally punch it while launching at least 2 times. So, in the end of this first round, it's going to Trypio for just to manage to outspin. Yeah, they're doing a lot of dancing around each other in this fight. It's sort of a curse of having 2 attack types. The flower pattern can sort of just avoid each other completely sometimes. But this second round is a decisive win for Dranza. This third round, now that is an easy knockout by Trypio. You could see that that was more of the flower pattern I wanted on that last round, but now we are back to tornadoing around the arena. Which unfortunately means a win for Transit 2, once again. We're at 2-2 now, as you can tell from my extremely cool little UI that I made there. And that was, I think, a mislaunch on Trypio, but I think it would have counted, so I kept it. Similarly, I think I sort of just launched Trypio into this one, but I think that would count as well, so I'll give it. That hit from Drenza means that Trypio took a really bad scrape, which put him in a bad position for the rest of this round. And the scraping means that Drenza just pulls through on the stamina victory there. Going into this round, Drenza only needs one more point to win, so let's see if he can do it, and he can. So that means Drenza wins this round, this matchup. So now we're moving on to Flash Leopard. There's another hit here that makes Trypio scrape, and I think that's the opponent hitting the bits on the blade base. With the first round, there goes to Flash Leopard. Trypio, I think, stays in there just long enough to take that point. And another quick knockout for Trypio there. And that is a third point for Trypio. Sort of a very slow battle here. It's not going to be a knockout most likely, and Flash Leopard takes a stamina victory. Some good hits from Trypio here, but they just don't really seem to move him. Then he ends up losing to stamina again. But he's back on form with a quick knockout to bring it back up to 4 points. And an easy, again, it's just an easy knockout really. Now we're moving on to Drasil V. Managed to knock him off balance, and he wins that. Again, possibly just launched him into it, but I don't know. I think it counts. This one's looking a little bit dicey, but I think Trypio wins that. Knocking him around a lot. Again, managed to just knock him out of the arena. And will it be a 5-0 sweep? Oh, I believe it will be. I trust in Trypio. Nothing to do with me recording the video, but I was right. After the 5-0 sweep, we're moving on to Galleon, which starts with a close, but I think Trypio knockout. There's another quick knockout here from Trypio. And he's circling him like a shark until he's ready to strike to take a third point. And I've got to say, so far, Drasil V and Galleon not posing much of a threat to this upgraded Trypio. A 4th point. Will it be a second 5-point sweep? If it is, then it will be all over for the testing, and it is. So just fighting stock Beyblades obviously isn't going to be the biggest test of how good something is, but only losing to Tranza V2 I think is quite a good outcome for that upgrade, and I'm happy with how it is so far. Obviously there's improvements that could be made. I might still try the Seabog base just when I've got a replacement for it and then just see how that goes, but yeah. That was my little experiment trying to make Trypio into an attack type. So once again, thanks to anyone who might have gotten this far in the video. I genuinely appreciate anyone that's watching at all. I would appreciate any comments on what you did and didn't like, what you think I could do better, or what you do like. And obviously, you know, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my Twitters and all the things that you can do on YouTube videos. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.